It's not just a house, it's an iceberg. 90% is below the ground. You think you know this house? You don't. To understand the heart of power, we have to go back 233 years, to the mud. George Washington stood right here. He chose a swamp for a capital, but he saw a masterpiece.
No machines, just muscle. October 1792, the first earth is moved by hand. The architect, James Hoban, his prize for this design, $500 and a gold medal.
The cornerstone, laid in secret by the Freemasons. To this day, nobody knows exactly where it is.
This house was built by everyone, enslaved laborers, immigrants, and locals. Every inch of this foundation was won with human sweat. The stone came from Aquia Creek. It's soft and porous, making it easy to carve, but incredibly heavy to move. Expert stonemasons were brought in from Scotland. They were the best in the world. Every single flower on the exterior was hand-carved. It took years to finish the ornaments, burning oyster shells to make lime for the mortar. The heat was intense, and the smell was unbearable.
By 1795, the largest stone house in America is finally taking shape. It's becoming a giant in a land of cabins.
The interior skeleton is all wood. It's beautiful, but it's also the building's greatest weakness. This wood is a ticking time bomb. A 1790s waterproofing technique, molten lead. It's deadly for the workers, but it's the only way to keep the rain out. Glass was a luxury. Most of it was imported from Europe, and half of it broke before it ever reached DC.
Horsehair, that's what keeps this plaster from cracking. It's 1798, and after 6 years, we're finally almost done.
The grand staircase. It was built for kings, but meant for a president. Even now, it's the most important climb in the country.
It's November 1800. The house is freezing, and the paint isn't even dry. But the president is arriving today. November 1st, President John Adams arrives. Out of 36 rooms, only 6 are actually livable. Welcome home.
First Lady Abigail Adams had to use the East Room to dry the family's clothes. Cooking for a nation over an open flame. No running water, no switches. Just wood, iron, and fire. The East Room wouldn't be fully finished for another 20 years. For now, it's just a cavern of empty promises.
Washington wanted an oval room to greet guests, a space with no corners to hide in.
Water had to be carried in by hand, one bucket at a time. No pipes, no faucets. Why white? It wasn't about style. They used a thick lime wash to seal the porous stone. Jefferson arrives in 1801. Jefferson adds the first wings. They weren't for offices back then. They were for ice, meat, and wine, the hidden machinery of the mansion.
1804. Finally, the first indoor toilet. No more midnight walks to the garden. Jefferson was a total tech nerd for his time.
The wild swamp is slowly becoming a landscape. For the first time, the house doesn't just sit on the land. It belongs to it.
It's 1810. It's finally finished. But in just 4 years, it's all going to burn. August 1814. The British are coming for this house. The peace of the last decade is over.
They ate Dolly Madison's dinner, toasted their king with the president's wine, and then prepared to burn it all. The furniture, the books, the history, all gone in seconds. They didn't just want to win. They wanted to erase the heart of the Capitol. The timber skeleton becomes an oven. The heat is so intense that the stone actually begins to crack. A freak storm actually put out the fires. Nature tried to save the house.
The interior is gone. Only the stone shell remains, cracked and smelling of smoke.
Some wanted to move the capital to Cincinnati, away from British ships. But if the Republic was to survive, this house had to rise again. James Hoban is hired again. He's older now, but he has to rebuild his masterpiece from the grave of the original. They couldn't get the stains out. The fire was too hot, and the smoke went too deep. The house was permanently scarred.
This is the moment. They painted it white to hide the fire damage. The White House is born.
A new roof, but the same dangerous wood design. They're rebuilding the house exactly as it was, trapping a wooden forest inside a stone box. The heating system of 1815. More fireplaces mean more smoke, but it's the only way to keep the president warm. Monroe wants it more elegant than before. The house isn't just a home anymore, it's a statement. French style is the new goal.
The house is becoming a palace. We've moved past simple survival. This is the era of good feelings, and it's covered in gold.
Security. After the fire, they realized the house needed real protection. These gates are a reminder of what happened in 1814. Grandeur returns to the Blue Room. This isn't just a ceiling, it's a crown for the most important room in the house. Stronger than 1792, but still just wood and stone.
High-tech 1817 communication. One pull-up in the dining room, and down here, someone's getting coffee.
New Year's Day, 1818. The first real driveway for the president. The house finally has an entrance that matches its status. The exterior isn't finished yet, the columns are finally coming. They are literally carving the earth to fit the house. It's a massive effort to shape what we now call the President's Park.
1824. It's a box. Let's give it the iconic curve.
These aren't just for looks. They support the grand balcony. 30 feet high, one slip, and the stone shatters. The most famous porch in the world. This is where history waves from.
Finally, the house gets its front porch.
Dry entry. No more getting wet while entering the house, lighting the darkness. But the floor is starting to creak. Gaslight. No more candles, but the air is getting heavy with fumes.
Running water. No more buckets from the lawn.
Modern cooking. The kitchen is finally evolving. Natural light for the dark hallways. The first West Wing was actually a garden for flowers. Coal-fired heat is now everywhere. The fireplaces are just for show.
The first instant message. The White House is connected.
The wood structure is already 30 years old. It's struggling. Solving the smell problem. A fence for a president. The first official White House library. Replacing wood with stone. Fire safety and style. Sealing the iconic entrance.
The signal that the president is home. It's the icon we know. But it's getting crowded inside. It's 1902. This house is meant to be a home, but it's being swallowed by the job. It's a mess.
The flowers are gone. We need offices. Digging the foundation for the temporary executive office building.
The first bridge between home and work.
It was supposed to be temporary. It's still here today. The president finally has a real office.
1891. Electricity. President Harrison was too scared to touch the switches.
Retrofitting a 100-year-old stone house for the electric age. No more stairs. The president is going up. Where the biggest decisions in history are made.
Taft wants an office that history of a house.
It's hard to build a room with no corners. The resolute desk. A gift from the Queen, carved from a ghost ship.
Security is getting serious.
Another fire. The West Wing is gutted, but they rebuild it instantly. Unified. One building, one look. A protected walk for the president. The White House is finally ringing. The sounds of the new executive branch. Logistics for the president. Keeping the main house as a museum.
A peaceful escape, just steps from the Oval Office.
Fighting the DC humidity. A warning. The house is getting too heavy for its old bones. A band-aid for a dying structure. More weight on the roof.
The power has moved, but the house is about to snap. The roof is literally rotting away. It's 1927, and it's a death trap.
Tearing off the original 1817 roof. Modernity arrives. The WH gets its first real steel skeleton. The sound of progress. Steel trusses replacing timber. Increasing the living space by 50% without changing the silhouette. Fireproof and solid for the first time.
The president's private sunroom. The world is at war. The White House has to become a fortress.
The public thinks sitters for offices. It's actually a cover for something else. A secret project. Digging through the DC clay at night.
The Presidential Emergency Operations Center. The White House now has a basement that can survive a bomb.
A 760-foot tunnel connecting the East Wing to the Treasury Building.
FDR's war room, where the world was won.
Moving the office to where it is today. Better light, more privacy. The first bulletproof windows. 1942.
Hiding the house from enemy bombers.
The nerve center of the war. The house is carrying too much weight. It's groaning. The stone walls are spreading. The house is giving up.
Every time a truck passes, the house screams.
It's sinking into the swamp. It can't wait anymore. One more year, and this house is going to fall.
The limit has been reached. A piano almost fell through the floor.
The White House is officially condemned. It's unsafe for the president to live here. They wanted to destroy it. But the stone shell was too iconic to lose. The great gutting begins. We're going inside the skeleton. Everything 150 years old is coming out.
This is my favorite part. A bulldozer where the Red Room used to be.
Anchoring the house to the bedrock. No more sinking into the swamp. It's a building within a building. Arslan Sofring are the Tartber Spring. The White House is now a reinforced concrete bunker. Building the floors back, level by level, stronger than ever. Adding more escape routes. Modern plumbing for every room. The digital age stars here.
Finally, no more sweating in the DC heat.
The walls are white and clean again. The iconic white returns. Truman's controversial porch. People hated it. Now we love it. A puzzle. Putting the old face on a new body. Brighter than it's ever been. Ready to feed the world's leaders.
It took 4 years and $6 million. The house is immortal.
Every house has secrets. This one has dozens. It's solid now. No more swaying. The modern executive branch.
It looks like 1800. It feels like 1950. But it's built for 2030. This house is about to get its soul back. It's becoming a museum, not just an office.
Recovering the history that was buried. Making the White House a museum.
Even the most powerful person in the world needs a way to blow off steam.
Real-time intel becomes the priority. The sit room is born.
The first energy-efficient White House, ahead of its time.
The pool is still there, right under the reporter's feet. The digital revolution enters the West Wing. Total global connectivity. No more secrets. Protection against modern threats. Keeping the president cool under pressure. The wall is getting higher. Protecting the data from any attack. Feeding state dinners for 200 people.
It's not just a house, it's an iceberg. 90% is below the ground. It's a city under one roof, and it's ready for 2026.
233 years of grit, fire, and steel.
This house has died and been reborn 5 times, and it's still the center of the world. If you want to see how the world's most complex structures are built, subscribe to Next Gen Manufacturing.